In 1984, 20-year-old Teri Hatcher was studying math and engineering at De Anza College in Cupertino, California, a suburb of San Francisco. Her plans were to become a math teacher, but she had also recently completed an acting workshop and started working part-time as a dance instructor for a dance and fitness company called USA Productions. Those plans to become a teacher were about to change. That summer, the 49ers football team contacted USA Productions about putting together a new cheerleading squad. Lori Woodward was a fellow instructor.
The Niners were very specific. They wanted a group that was classy, good dance background. They really wanted a little different approach than the other professional teams had.
The squad would be called Gold Rush, and Teri was chosen to be one of the 12 original members.
She was a cheerleader in high school, so that was obviously not a surprise to her. But I don't think she really saw it going beyond that.
Well, Teri had the all-around package. She was beautiful. She also had a great, strong background in dance, and she had that wholesome image. We were really trying to kind of up the whole cheerleader image, and she just fit that package.
Once again, to get an impression on everyone around her.
Teri most obviously stood out. The cameraman always loved her. We didn't want to be the girl standing next to Teri, because when that camera shot would come down the line and it would get to her, it was like, okay, forget it, we're not on TV anymore. She would just kind of step forward with that grin, and the camera loved her and she loved the camera.
And it wasn't just her smile that made her stand out.
She's a very pretty lady, very attractive, sexy, and these are the things often that the camera likes.
She's got this gorgeous body, and she does a lot of kind of provocative pictures and things now, but when she was back on the team, she was actually pretty shy about her body, maybe even a little uncomfortable. You know, we kind of kept everything all covered up, and we were all jealous of her, though, because she had a great body.
For a young woman who had kept a scrapbook of her failures, the Gold Rush was a decidedly different experience.
I think it helped build her confidence. You know, she felt that she could now go out there and put herself forward like that and be successful.
In the spring of 1985, after her first season as a Gold Rush cheerleader, she accompanied a friend to an open casting call for a small part on The Love Boat.
The Love Boat was a huge show. It was a tremendous success. It was produced by Aaron Spelling, who of course was the producer in Hollywood.
The part was a member of a dance troupe called the Dancing Maids.
The Dancing Mermaid label is curious in that I didn't think maids could dance because of the way their feet are webbed.
Teri wasn't really expecting to get the part. She had just gone to provide moral support for her friend.
She kind of kept it quiet. She didn't tell anyone. I think she was a little shy, a little nervous, didn't want to kind of let us know that she was doing that.
To no one's surprise, except perhaps Teri's, she got the part.
We were so proud of her because I think they only selected one from maybe 7 different cities, and she was the one that got picked, and it was a big deal.
That selection sort of opened new doors to her and new windows to her in her mind. She began to think, well, you know, maybe I do fit in here. Maybe there is a career for me here.
And once again, Teri made an impression.
It was the 80s, so they had those sort of flash dance moments, the leg warmers and sequin headbands, and she was featured in a couple solos. I think I actually saw her breakdancing once, and Teri can breakdance. She's very multi-talented.
Love Boat ran only one more season, but by then, Teri had made up her mind to pursue acting full-time. It probably didn't hurt that she had earned over $1,000 a week as a dancing mermaid, when her mother was working full-time at Lockheed Martin. Her appearance on the Love Boat got her an audition for a recurring guest slot on MacGyver as a ditzy actress named Penny Parker. She got the part and moved to L.A.
Penny Parker on MacGyver, that was Teri's big break after the Dancing Mermaids, and you know, town is littered with the corpses of people that had everything, the looks, the talent, style, the brains, but they didn't have the lucky break, and you know, Teri got the luck.
The role of Penny Parker hardly made Teri a household name, but it did get her noticed by both the public and the show's hunky star.
While she was in MacGyver, she dated Richard Dean Anderson, who was the star of the show. The series didn't run a long time, but it ran a few seasons, and people got familiar with her character.
The role on MacGyver led to a couple of small movie parts. She was in Christopher Guest's The Big Picture.
You know, if I get this part, it's because of you.
What about my movie?
How's my mascara? Is it okay?
Well,
Never mind.
And appeared opposite Sylvester Stallone in Tango and Cash.
Of
playing Kiki and Tango and Cash with Sylvester Stallone. It got her established in, in a bigger world and in a different way.
You're always trying to get something with more meat on it. You're always trying to get something that challenges you and something that you can do something with and kind of show what you're capable of. But when known as being a sex symbol, it becomes much easier for people to cast you in those roles. And those roles oftentimes are not the roles that have substance.
And her career wasn't the only thing keeping Teri busy since the move to L.A. She had met and begun dating a personal trainer named Marcus Leithold. On June 4th, 1988, the couple got married. The marriage, however, would prove to have a lot less staying power than Teri's career. The couple divorced after only 10 months. The breakup became fodder for the tabloids.
Now, Teri's always had a hard time with the tabloids. She does understand that it's part of the job. She calls it swallowing the celebrity bullet.
Teri manages to keep sort of a low profile, which is good. You know, when you see her with the paparazzi, it's her running through her neighborhood or wearing sweats or at the grocery store. These actors who say they want to avoid the tabloids and then show up at the AVI, they're fooling themselves. Of course they want to be in the tabloids, otherwise they wouldn't show up there. Someone like Teri, you know, she's not going to put herself out there like that. She wants to keep a low profile. She likes her privacy.
Trouble with love, and with the tabloids, would be recurring themes as Teri made her way from struggling starlet to Hollywood superstar. But in the meantime, a few lines uttered by Teri in a TV sitcom would become legend.